Well, hello everybody. So yeah, it's been a minute since I have been on this YouTube channel, and a lot has happened since the last time you saw me, since the last time we spoke. So I'm going to address some things, and then there are other things that I just frankly am not ready to talk about. But yes, the first thing is my hair. My hair is relaxed, and I just washed it today, so I haven't curled it yet. I'm going to do my face first, and then I'm going to curl my hair. Not on this video, but I'm going to do my face on this video. So that's the first change. Happy New Year to everyone. It's been a long minute, as I said. Recently, I did lose my mom. If you're following me on Instagram, then you will already have known this, but my mom passed away. It's going to be 3 weeks on Thursday, and that's all that I'm going to say about that because I'm still processing and dealing with that. So I wanted to come on here today because I need to do something with myself that feels normal, and for me, that's being on YouTube with you guys. So just to brighten my day, I figured I would do a get ready with me. I am getting ready to go to youth group at my church. I am a small group leader at my church, and yeah, it's youth night tonight. So I figured I should probably look alive and look like something. Not that I don't look like something, but you know what I'm saying. Not like this, okay? So yeah, I'm going to jump into this get ready with me. I'm not sure where the conversation is going to go. I just know what I don't want to talk about. Yeah. So the first thing I'm going to do is prep my lips, and I'm using this Revlon Kiss exfoliating balm, which is like my new favorite thing in the world. Basically, you guys, it's a lip balm, and it's an exfoliating lip balm, and forgive me for not looking right at y'all. I'm kind of sitting in front of my mirror. I have several mirrors, but basically what it is an exfoliating lip balm. But what I love about it is that you don't have to wipe it off because the sugar scrub melts onto your lips into a balm. So that's why I like it. Normally I use this EOS or whatever lip balm that I have on hand, but I saw this in Walmart the other day and I wanted to try it. So yeah, you guys, I'm basically just going to put a little bit of makeup on. I'm not doing too much of a big overproductive makeup look. I just want to put a little something on the skin. I'm coming in with my Rihanna Fenty Beauty primer, which you guys, I don't know. I like the primer, but I feel like it doesn't control my oils as much as the Becca one does. But then again too, my skin is really acting up on me, and the Becca primer tends to cling to my dry patches, which kind of makes sense because it is a mattifying primer. And I'm getting older, so my skin is changing. And my skin has become a lot drier since living in California. And it's becoming drier because I'm getting older. So the Becca primer was not really doing what I wanted it to do for me. I hope you guys can see me okay. I mean, you really don't need to see more than this right here, okay? But yeah, so I don't know. I like it and I don't like it. But as far as primers go, I guess it does an okay job. I'm almost done with that bottle. I'll show you guys. That's how much I have left. And it's coming up time for me to get a new one. And I'm just not sure if I want to repurchase because I don't feel like it does a great job at controlling my oils. So yeah, there's that. On a brighter note, I have a blog, you guys. I don't know if a lot of you know this, but I did start a blog in October of 2017, and my blog is called A Minute with Mom. I will have my blog website posted in the description box below. So that's one of the big changes that have occurred in my life, and I know you guys want to know what is the blog about, and I will tell you what it's about. It is a blog for those of you who feel like you need a little bit of motherly advice, for those of you who maybe like me, your mom has passed on and she's no longer here with you, or you have your mom, but maybe you guys don't have the best relationship and you still need that motherly advice. You need a soft place to land. That is where my blog comes in. So I'm a mom of 3, for my new subscribers who don't know me, and I want to thank you guys because I have gotten some new subscribers. I noticed that. I want to thank you guys for subscribing to my channel. Even though I haven't uploaded in a minute, you guys still click that subscribe button, and I know that you don't have to, so thank you for that. But like I was saying, my blog, I created this blog because I wanted to provide a place for young women who need that motherly advice. This is just moisturizer because, like I told you guys, my skin is really acting up. I have seborrheic dermatitis, which causes me to be oily and dry at the same time, and the dry areas tend to flake and peel. And it is very annoying and cumbersome when it comes to applying makeup. I have to make sure that I am properly moisturized. But I wanted to provide a place where young women can come and get some sage advice on various things, various topics. So I talk about dating, I talk about relationships, I talk about, I will be talking about finances in the future sometime this year. I talk about different things that you can do to take care of yourself. So self-care tips, beauty tips. I just kind of cover everything that I would cover with my girls, that I would want my girls to know. So that's what my blog is about. I upload weekly, usually on Wednesdays. Right now, the uploading schedule is a little bit off because I am dealing with a loss in my family. So I did post something last week, Wednesday. I actually posted the last installment of a series that I was doing before my mom passed called Broken Fences. And it's a series on boundaries in relationship. I don't know what I'm doing right now. I did not pick an eyeshadow palette, so hold on a second. Let me grab one. It is a series on, I'm going to use my Tartlette Toasted palette, on boundaries and how to have boundaries in your relationship, and more specifically the red flags to look out for when you are in relationship with someone and you don't have any boundaries. I think it's very important, whether you're young or old, that you have some boundaries in place. You know, you gotta let people know where they can and cannot go in your sphere. So it's a really cool blog and a really cool concept, and basically I broke it down in the form of your plot of land, and it's your land and you decide who gets to come on your land or go in your house or not go in your house. And we just kind of explore the different stages that happen in relationship. So for example, You know, when you first meet somebody, that will be the fence stage, because that's a boundary. A fence is a boundary. And so when you're at the fence, you're kind of just meeting the person for the first time, and you don't really know them. They don't really know you. And the cool thing about your plot of land and your fence is that you get to decide who you let in your fence. You get to decide if you want this person to come onto your land or not. And that's kind of what we do in relationship, is when we meet people, you know, we like them, or I would like to hope that that's what most of us do, but we meet people for the first time, and within that first meeting, you kind of have a feel if you want to get to know them more or not. And so that's where your boundaries would come into play, where you decide, do I want to keep this person as an acquaintance? Do I want to invite this person into my life to get to know me? Do I not want to know this person at all and invite them to keep walking? Like, so just things like that. And we kind of go through the different stages and what happens in each stage. So that was the foyer stage. So the next stage after the foyer would be, the fence would be the foyer. So basically, when you're meeting somebody and you've decided, okay, this person is cool enough, I think I want to get to know this person a little bit more, you invite them into the foyer. And you think about it, when you answer your front door and somebody's coming to your door, would you immediately invite that person into your bedroom or into your kitchen or into your living room without really knowing who they are? I would like to think that the answer is no. You would not open your door to a stranger like that. You would kind of want to know them first, right? So you invite them into the foyer, and that's the appropriate place for receiving guests that you don't really know. And then eventually, as the relationship progresses, you invite them to have a seat in your living room, and then you progress, you know, so on and so forth. So I break each stage down into a room in your house. And we ended at the kitchen, which is the heart of a home, in my opinion. For others, it may be someplace else, but I feel like the kitchen table is the most sacred place in the home outside of the bedroom, in the context of marriage, and in the context of, you know, you as an individual. Your bedroom is a private place. That's not a place that you typically entertain guests in. So, you know, I stopped at the kitchen. Oops, there's a gnat flying around here somewhere. I stopped at the kitchen, in the kitchen for a reason. Because I feel like the bedroom would be a whole other series, because that would be more about marriage in relationships. So I didn't want to give it all away. And plus, I didn't want to be writing about the same thing for like 2 months. I mean, it's a topic that I could go on and on and on about, but I had to stop somewhere, you guys. So yeah, that's what I've been working on lately, at least on my blog. And I have become a youth leader at my church, and I have a group of 7th grade girls, and that has been awesome, amazing, challenging. It has been really a time for me to really get to know myself as a leader. It's taught me patience, and it has taught me that in this world that we live in today, you definitely have more influence around your circle than you think. It has taught me that someone is always watching you, whether you see it or not, whether you want to believe that or not, you're always being watched by someone. And so, yeah, that's been like a huge, I wouldn't say eye-opener, but reminder in this world that no matter what you do in life, someone is always watching you. So you want to make sure that you're consistent with who you are as an individual, as a human being. Are you the same person behind closed doors that you are in front of people? You know, are you consistent with the people in your life? Those things are important, and they matter, and they make a difference to other people's lives, whether you know it or not. They make a huge difference in the lives of others. And there's nothing like working with youth to let you see that. So yeah, that's been a blast. I've been enjoying myself. It's not easy work by any stretch of the imagination, but it is worth it. It is absolutely worth it. When you are having a bad day, and I've had plenty lately, and you go in and you're there to serve the students that come in, and love on them and them love on you. And, you know, it's almost like a reciprocal type of serving. Because I'm there to serve them, but they just don't know that they end up serving me. And I get just as full from being with them as they do from them being with me. And that's a beautiful thing, to be able to be entrusted with young lives and young minds. To be a shaper of young minds is not something to be taken lightly. You know, it just is not. And, but I do feel like as adults, it is a responsibility that we have and that we bear to the generations coming after us, that we leave them something of substance. We leave them something that they can build on. We leave them a foundation to build on, for when their time comes. And so when they have to stand on their own, that we're not leaving them handicapped or crippled because we didn't give them enough foundation to build on. And so that's what working with youth has meant to me here recently. And it's different because it's like I have my kids and I pour into my kids because I'm their mom. That's my job. You know, that's what I'm supposed to do. But this one is a little bit different because it's more of a choosing to, you know. My kids, I decided to have them. So you best believe I better be doing it. And I better be doing it well. But when you choose to work with youth, you're governing or shaping somebody else's child's mind. And, you know, I was a little hesitant at first because it is a huge undertaking, and, you know, I know for me, I don't want to mess up my children. And so all the more, I don't want to mess up somebody else's kid either. Even more so. So it's definitely challenging, but the rewards supersede the challenge. When you get to see a child open up or come into the understanding that God loves them and that God created them in His image, and you get to see chains break off of children who are struggling with various things, it is the most incredible feeling in the world. Yeah, so hats off to all of my peeps who work with children, mentors, teachers, mothers, fathers, guidance counselors, those of you who speak into the lives of children. Oh my gosh, what a huge responsibility. And on your worst day, when you're feeling discouraged, when you're feeling like you're not impacting them, don't ever think for 1 second that your presence is not needed, because it is. And that's the thing about kids, is they don't come out and tell you, hey, I really need you in my life. Like, they're not going to say it that way. It won't come in that form. But you can believe, you'll know how your kids feel about you. You just have to miss a few weeks and you will see. That's certainly been my experience. In that I haven't been there in about 3 weeks or so. And I've just heard how much the kids miss me, and that fills my heart. That makes me feel good. That makes me, reassures me that I'm doing something right. I'd be worried if they didn't miss me. That'd be cause for concern. I might need to change my area of ministry if that were the case. So yeah. So that's one other thing that I've been doing with myself lately. Uh-oh, I just made a boo-boo. Oh well. We'll fix that later. I don't think it's that bad. I don't think you guys can notice, but yeah, that's pretty much what's been going on in my world. I have a kid in college. I can't even believe that I'm at that stage of life where I have a kid in college, but I do. And part of the other reason why I've been so scarce is that I had the lovely honor and privilege to drive my kid once a week to her college, and it was 45 minutes away. This was in the first semester, and that was a huge undertaking because she doesn't have her driver's license yet, because she's a little late to the party, but that's okay. You know, I feel like some kids are chomping at the bit to drive, and then other kids need to take their time wading into that pool. And she's one of the kids that was taking her time, and I'm totally okay with that, because the way these people drive on the road, I am not in a hurry to have my baby out there. But at the same time, I kind of need her to get the license, because I don't want to keep driving her everywhere. So I'm pretty sure she's in the other room there. I'm pretty sure she can hear me talking about that. But she knows. And she'll get there eventually. I'm not rushing her. I think that, you know, that's one of those life things where you don't want to rush your kid. You kind of want to let them go at their own pace. Now, of course, she's not going to be like 25 years old and not knowing how to drive. I would never let it get that far. But she's only 18. And I didn't get my license until I was 18. So, you know, I'm okay with that. To each his own. She'll get it eventually. She's actually going for her test in 2 weeks. So we're almost there. What else do I need to fill you guys in on? I did not pull my liners out, and my phone is propped up in one of my makeup drawers, so I do not want to open it. So I'm just using a liner brush with the darkest shadow in this palette as my eyeliner, and you know what? I like it. I think I like this. It's just a really simple, quick look that I'm going for. Absolutely nothing too crazy. You guys know I love my neutral colors. I am a neutrals girl. Okay, so here's the thing with makeup lately. So, you know, everybody's been on this whole decluttering bandwagon kick. I don't know what you want to call it. I don't know if it's a fad. I don't know if it's a phase. I don't know if we will eventually lose our minds again and start buying up all of this makeup. But to you guys, I have to say, I will not be rejoining the whole have to have every palette movement. Like, I'm just not about that life, you guys. I am a simple chick. I've always been a simple chick. And I will gladly admit that I kind of fell into the hole of YouTube back in the day when I first discovered YouTube about what, 5-6 years ago. You know, with all of these extensive makeup collections. I do love makeup. I have always loved makeup. And I always will love makeup. But I only have one face. So, you know, there really is no need for me to have every palette. And it took me a little while to figure out that I was just not one of those people or makeup lovers who likes color. I've always been a neutrals girl. I might put a pop of color underneath in the summertime for fun, but in terms of wearing colored eyeshadow looks, I feel like I'm not the best at doing color on my eyes. And I look like a clown. It doesn't look right. And, you know, you got to play to your strengths. So once I figured that out, I really started to weed through my makeup collection, because this is my Tarte Shape Tape that I'm using for these dark circles under my eyes. I've been crying a lot lately. So we need to cover that up. But yeah, it took me a while to figure that out, that I'm just not one of those makeup wearers who loves color. And it took me going on to my Instagram feed and looking at some of the looks that I had done. And yes, I deleted every one of them, because I don't know who let me leave the house looking like that, but ooh, she tried it. She was trying it, y'all. She really was. But it just was not for me. Hey, but at least I can say that I tried it and it's not for me. If you can pull off color, then you are like a makeup hero for real. It just wasn't for me. And I'll just leave that there. But once I realized that that's really not what I was gravitating towards, it freed me up to go through my collection, and I started weeding out my collection, and I got rid of a ton of stuff. A ton of stuff. What is that? A ton of stuff. I got rid of a good amount. Ooh, I forgot to do my brow bone highlight. I got rid of a good amount of my collection, and you guys, I felt amazing. I thought that I was gonna cringe because I did spend a good amount of coins on those things, but what made it worth it for me is that I gave most of it away, the ones that were still good and could be used. I gave it to people who would use them and who needed it. So I gave some to my cousin. I gave some to a friend of mine. She took a good chunk of it and was able to mail it to her friend in Japan. And so, you know, I felt great knowing that the stuff that I had found a good home. And I kind of feel like I need to go through my stuff again, because my goal is to get everything that I have, that I love, that I use into a train case like it used to be. Before I started YouTube, I had all of my makeup in one train case, everything that I needed. Eyeshadow, I wasn't using concealer back then, so it would be eyeshadow, foundation, powder, all of those things. And yeah, I don't know. I started watching YouTube and I fell into the whole YouTube hole, and one thing led to another, and I had this amazing makeup collection that I only had one face to put on. And, you know, holding on to stuff for nostalgia's sake is just not the way to go. And so I let it go, and I'm so glad I did. I went back to my Maybelline Dewey Smooth, And I'm in the color, I think this is 355 Coconut. Yep, 355 Coconut. Because my NARS is almost done. And actually, I feel like my NARS is too dark. I think I got that in the summer. So that's more of like a summer color for me. And I'm not that color anymore. So I went back to my drugstore Dewey Smooth, because I liked this one, and I actually missed it, you guys. I didn't realize how much I missed this foundation until I put it on for church on Sunday, and I was like, oh my gosh, yes to this. So I'm glad to have that back. We are almost done, you guys, believe it or not. I've been chatting with you guys for 30 minutes now. And I don't know if I'm going to edit this video. It just might be a raw thing. First time back to YouTube in a long time. You know, guys, my last video was in September when I did my fall tour. And I had every intention of doing a winter one and showing you guys my Christmas tree and all of that stuff. And I just really got in a funk with recording. I lost my, I wouldn't say my creativity, but my drive. It just was weird. I just was in a weird moment, and I'm not saying that I'm out of it for obvious reasons. But I needed to do something that felt normal to me, because everything else does not. And so this is where YouTube kind of helps me get back to that normalcy. I hope that makes sense to some of you, most of you. If it doesn't, I don't know what else to tell you. I needed something to do. And not that I don't have anything to do. There's plenty that I have to do, but there's also a lot that I don't really feel like doing right now. I don't feel like adulting a lot lately. But unfortunately, that is not something that can ever cease. So you just have to create pockets of times where you can do fun stuff like put makeup on in front of the camera and talk to people who are not there. But yeah, you are. So crazy. Yes. And I also went back to my Maybelline. I don't even know which. This is just the Maybelline cream concealer. I think they changed the colors, you guys, because either I was using the wrong color for a very long time, or they've added colors, or they've changed something in the colors. Because I felt like there were way more colors than there used to be. And you guys, I haven't used drugstore makeup in a minute, because I've been so into this Shape Tape. But this is almost done, and I like the Shape Tape. But as I said before, we are aging, okay? I know you're probably like, girl, please. Okay, but we are. The skin is getting drier, and Shape Tape is not your friend if you have dry skin. Let me just tell you, not your friend. When I tell you that it clings to every single nook and cranny, every single thing, every flaw, everything. So I was looking for more hydrating stuff, and this I remembered was quite hydrating, so that's why I went back to it. And this color is 45, I cannot read that. Oh, tan, 45 tan, if you care to know. Just for a little bit of brightening. Like, we're not trying to get crazy with the under eye stuff. I just needed a little bit of brightening. And you guys, I've been using this, Eco? I was going to say Eco Styler. Did y'all catch that? No, this is the Eco something another sponge. And I like it. It's not quite like the Beauty Blender and not quite like the Real Techniques blender, but I like them. And this little guy right here that I used for my under eye area is perfect for that. Eco Tools, that's the name of it, Eco Tools. Yeah, I like them. I think I'm gonna enjoy using those. They're pretty cool. I would use them again. Okay, powder, that's what I need to do. And so for powder, I went back to my L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte, and I'm in the color 700 Classic Tan. And yes, I'm mixing brands because I've always loved this powder. It does great for me. A little bit goes a long way. And I've even used this powder as a powder foundation when I'm on the run, so it's just that good. It's what I like. And get a load of this ginormous powder brush. This is from Royal and Langnickel. I got that at Walmart. Royal and Langnickel powder, BMD 100. It is amazing. Really good coverage with your stuff, and it cleans up well too. You guys, my brushes are atrociously dirty. I need to wash my brushes really, really bad. What's next? I'm gonna hit my bottom lashes and find a blush that I can put on, and a little bit of bronzer, and then something on my lips, and we'll be done. Oh, I probably should have curled my hair first, but we're friends, right? We're girlfriends, right? This is real life. This is not me pretending to be something that I'm not. I didn't comb my hair yet. And I halfway contemplated just throwing on a ball cap and not combing it at all, and I might be doing that. Just throw on some hoops, put some lip gloss on the lips, and keep it moving. And my ball cap is satin, so it's really cute. I'm just going in with my go-to blush. This is MAC Mocha on the cheeks. And this is a great everyday color. I'm using this Real Techniques blush brush. But yeah, I need to wash my brushes really bad. And I should probably offer to pay my daughter to wash them, but I'm kind of really weird when it comes to my makeup brushes, and I prefer to wash them myself, so that's probably not gonna happen. And she don't wash her brushes either. Ooh, did I just shade my own daughter? I think I did. Love you, Livy. I'm always on her about cleaning her makeup brushes. And then she wonders why she gets a breakout. And I'm like, girl, did you clean your brush? And she's like, no. And I'm like, well, there you go. Clean your brush. And you won't have to deal with the breakouts. I told you guys this was very simple, no fuss kind of look today. So I'm gonna look in this drawer of lippies, and I'm just gonna pull something out. Sorry for all the clacking noises. I think I'm gonna go in with this Buxom lip gloss, and I probably need a liner. So I'll go in with my Jordana Easy Liner in Baby Berry, one of my all-time favorites. And I'll do that all over my lip. I think that looks good. Honestly, I could stop right here, but I'm just going to put in just a little touch of gloss. Because I like that little shimmery little sheen to the lips. And we're going to just spray all of this with a little bit of Fix Plus. And that is it, you guys. That's it for this Get Ready With Me. Thank you guys for coming back to my channel and chatting with me. Thank you to all of my new subscribers. I really don't know when I'll upload again. Not even sure if this is going to make it to the channel. If it does, thank you so much for watching me for 41 minutes now. And yeah, you know what I'm going to tell you. Stay sweet, stay beautiful. And remember, there's always time for tea. I love you for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video. Bye-bye.